Pacific garbage patch. Would you throw trash in your room? No. Can it? Should you throw trash at your school? No. Can it?
In this video, you are going to learn about Litterbug. I'm going to tell you the lyrics, break down the song lyrics, and then talk about the music video. Why did I want to write the Litterbug song? Well, first off, before you have something to litter, you gotta think about reusing or reducing, because we really should try to avoid single-use items as much as we can. But then, litter is something very near and dear to my heart because storm drains eventually lead to watersheds, waterways that lead out into the ocean. When plastic gets out into the ocean, it hurts the animals that live in and around the water. It hurts us if we eat fish. It's not good. Also, litter, like honestly, if there's litter around your school, that shows you don't care about your school. If there's litter around your city, it gives the perception of we're not important. Like this place isn't important. It's kind of window dressing, right? Like you want things to look nice and then people will act that certain way. And once you get rid of all the litter, then you can focus on recycling, then you can focus on composting. It's the latter, right? So littering is like the lowest rung of eco-heroes. So the first hook we'll say is, would you throw trash in your room? No. Can it? Should you throw trash at your school? No. Can it? I'm bitter about litter all across the planet, hurting all the critters of the planet. So a couple things, meaning put your trash into a can, right? Don't just throw it onto the ground, can it. And then when you can something, that means like you're throwing out that behavior as well. So would you throw trash in your room? No. Can it? That means put it in the can and then also no, like get that out of here. Can it? Can that behavior. The next section, don't, take your right hand, one finger up, don't be a litterbug. Don't be a litterbug. Don't be a litterbug. If you see litter, better pick it up. One of the biggest missed lyrics is a lot of the smaller kids think I say little bug. Like, don't be a little bug, but it's litter. Y-O-U-R, a litterbug, throwing trash in the middle of street, park, city, beach. Litter really bugs me, really? Literally. And then the line, litter really bugs me, really? Literally. I say that like 3 times throughout the song, but I feel like on the 3rd time people finally get it that I'm saying litter really bugs me. So you got litterbug and then literally. Then it goes, litter on the ground encourages more litter. Don't put it to bed, baby sitter. We started it and can end this problem, all globe trotting together, Harlem. When I was researching to write this song, it totally made sense too when I found this, but if you have one piece of litter, that gives the mindset, even subconsciously, that, oh, it's okay for the next person to litter, for there to be more litter on the ground, right? So if you really want to eradicate litter at your school, where you live, you have to get rid of all of it. And then that sets the precedent, even in people's subconscious, that, oh, this is a clean area, we don't litter here. So litter on the ground encourages more litter. Babysitter, because the babysitter's putting you to bed. We started it and can end this problem, all globe-trotting together, Harlem. So the Harlem Globetrotters, right? Around the globe, we're gonna be globe-trotting together, Harlem. Then he goes, all drains lead to the ocean. That's what Finding Nemo told him. Crying Indian was no match for the Pacific garbage patch. Finding Nemo, I know you guys have hopefully seen Finding Nemo. If you haven't, go watch it right now. It's an amazing film. Finding Dory was the next one after it. So in that movie, a big theme was all drains lead to the ocean, because that's how Nemo escapes from the mean dentist who was collecting the fish, and he gets back into the ocean. But seriously, these storm drains, they lead to a watershed, a waterway that lead out into the ocean. Plastics out there, I've seen it firsthand. Crying Indian, that reference is to a very famous public service announcement, I want to say in the 80s, where they had a commercial with an actual Native American, not an Indian, but he was called the Crying Indian, where he's going down a waterway and then there's a bunch of litter. It was a powerful ad, but I'm saying it was no match because we still have it for the Pacific Garbage Patch, which is one of the gyres out in the ocean. There are 5 subtropical gyres where the currents, the winds in the ocean correlate, and all of the litter goes in these giant vortexes, and then it gets broken up. So the big misconception about plastic out in the ocean is that there's some island, right? It's twice the size of Texas. Why don't we just go clean it up? Okay, it might be area-wise that big, but there's not giant pieces of plastic. It gets broken down into trillions of tiny, tiny small plastic pieces. And if you've seen my show, I talk about my sailing trip from Bermuda to Iceland, where we were studying plastic pollution out in the ocean. In this music video, it was a lot of fun to film. Same as Be Bright, Turn 'Em Out. If it's just the Litterbug in the scene, that was me. If it's myself and the Litterbug, then it was Little Nico and Marky Marcus's dad. So Little Nico and Marky Marcus are my nephews, so it's my sister's kids, and their husband was the Litterbug. And also my friend Tony was in it in some of the parts. Little Nico and Marky Marcus was, I want to say 1.5 at the time. The scene where we're running from the Litterbug and I'm holding Marcus, that was a one-take scene because we were next to a playground, and it's really hard to film with like a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old because they want to go do something else, right? So we have to always have the cameras rolling, and that was literally a one-take thing. So fortunately, we got it. Shout out to B. Christ Brian for getting that shot. The music video was filmed in San Luis Obispo and some of the surrounding areas, so Morro Bay, if you've been there, Cayucas, that Morro Rock in the background. And then the school featured was Ambler Elementary, which is in Carson in Los Angeles, one of my favorite schools of all time. Miss Clapp's class there. And the dance crew. The dance crew were that street heat dance crew, the Sidewalk Kids. They break it down, lots of fun dancing, and they were at the beach as well doing the dancing. Then, what's going on at the end with the mirror? That's symbolic because it's showing when we pull the mask off of the Litterbug that it's really us. We are the ones who are littering. Now, industry needs to change, and these single-use products, single-use plastic, we gotta start making changes to that. We shouldn't have nearly as much as we do, and there needs to be way better recycling. But we are the ones who are just dropping that industry, right? We don't want to be Litterbugs. Last note, when I run away from all of the kids, oh, I was the Litterbug in that last scene where it's all the kids dancing and then I'm running and then they're chasing me. I remember one of the kids said that he was going to beat me, and I was scared that that was going to happen. So I ran as fast as I could to make sure I won the race. Literally.
Literally bugs me, really? Literally. Litterbugs, ow!